Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called Trouble by Iggy Azalea. And it starts out with this killer bass line where you can play third on the low E string, and then second fret on the A string, and then fourth fret on the A string, and then third fret on the A string. So we're kind of playing a G note, and then a B note, and then a C sharp note, and then a C note. And we do that 3 times, kind of G, B, C sharp, C, and then we go to second fret on the D string, and then second on the A, and then third on the A, open D, and then third on the low E string. So all together you get kind of that G, B, C sharp, C, G, B, C sharp, C, G, B, C sharp, C, E, B, C, D, G is kind of our main bass line. And we could back that up with chords by starting on a G major chord. And normally you do that first finger on the A second finger on the low E third fret, third finger on the high E string third fret. And if you strum all those together, the happy sounds of G major. Now you may also dig on putting third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Slightly more powerful G if you dig on that. And then from the G, for the B note, we can back that up with a B minor chord. There's some easier ways to do this. Normally you would do a B minor as a bar on second fret, second finger on the B third, third finger on the D fourth, pinky on the G fourth. And if you strum all those together, the sad sounds of B minor. Now you may also dig on lifting the pinky and making that a B minor 7. And another way to play B minor 7, it's slightly easier to get to, would be doing first finger on the A second finger on the G second, third finger on the high E second. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, it's another way to play B minor 7. Now you may also dig, especially if you're digging on the fourth finger G, doing the first finger on the A second finger on the G second, but moving the third finger to the B third fret, pinky on the high E third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, it's kind of a drone B minor, but then you've only got one finger to move from the G to that drone B minor. It makes that change a lot easier. Or randomly you could also lift off the pinky, make that a B minor 11. Kind of dig on more of an open sound. Could be kind of a cool way to kind of work the B minor change. And then from the B minor, that C sharp in the bass actually gets, you back that up with an A major chord. Normally you do that first finger on the D second finger on the G second, third finger on the B second. You strum all those together, the happy sounds of A major. Now you may also dig on lifting off the third finger, making that an A sus2, or adding in the pinky on the B third for an A suspended, or you could say some stuff around that. Or if you really want to get that C sharp note in the bass, and I really do, you could take the first finger and do the A as kind of a bar over the D, G, and B, and get the third or the fourth finger to go to the A on the fourth fret, kind of strum the middle 4 strings for an A/C sharp, which means an A major chord, but with a C sharp in the bass. And you can definitely just play the A and not worry about that at all. Or another way to kind of work this, especially if you're just starting out, you may dig on an A7 sus, doing first finger on the D second finger on the G second, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. It takes the C sharp note out of the bass, but that's definitely an easier change from the G to that drone B minor, and it's just a 1 finger move to the A7 sus. If you dig on that, we're making that really, really easy. And then from the A, we'd be going to a C major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the D second, third finger on the A third. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, the happy sounds of C major. Now you may also dig on lifting off the first finger, making that a C major 7. Very jazzy, cool sound. Or you could add in the pinky on the B third for C major 9, and how you could kind of say some stuff around the C chord. Or another way to play C major 9 would be doing first finger on the D second finger on the A third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Definitely a cool way to kind of work the C. Now we could work the G major to that drone B minor chord, to the A7 sus, to the C major 9, and never have to move the third and the fourth finger, which is very, very cool. And we do that 3 times, kind of that through our main bass line. And then we go to an E minor chord. And normally you do that first finger on the A second finger on the D second. And if you strum all those together, the sad sounds of E minor. Now you may also dig on adding in third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, making that E minor 7. That makes that a lot easier to get from the C major 9 to the E minor change. And from the E minor we go to our B minor chord, and then we go back to our C chord. It's kind of a really quick C actually. And then we go to a D major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the G second, second finger on the high E second, third finger on the B third. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, the happy sounds of Triangle Man, the D major chord. Now you may also dig on the lift in the second finger. That's a fun finger to lift. And making that a D sus2. Or you could add in the pinky on the high E third for D suspended. Kind of say some stuff around the D chord, which can be very, very hip too. And there's a couple different strumming options you may want to think about through the tune. You could work kind of a 4 down count on most of the chords. We'll talk about some hipper ways to do this too. But you'd have the G with kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4 B minor, 1, 2, 3, 4 A, C, G, 1, 2, 3, 4 B minor, A, C, and I'm adding a little bit of right hand moving there. G, B minor, A, C, and then B minor, B minor. But then when you get to that C, D, G change, so the C, D happened kind of quick. So you may want to do kind of 2 on the C, 2 on the D, and then 4 on the G. If you're looking for a really easy way out of that. C, D, G, that kind of an idea. Now something else you could do too, instead of doing it just 4 and 4, we can make it a 3 plus 5 idea. This is a little weird, but you can do the G with kind of 3 downs, and then hit the B minor for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And same thing for the A to the C. A for 3, C for 5. G, 1, 2, 3, B minor. A, 1, 2, 3, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. G, 2, 3, B minor. A, C, B minor, B minor. And then what can be very cool here is kind of that C for 2, D for 1, and then hit the G for 5. So that's a little weird. C, 2, D, G. So 2 on the C, 1 on the D, G for 5. C, 2, D, G. So G, B minor, A, C. G, B minor, A, C. G, B minor, A, C. E minor, B minor, C, D, G. I got an idea. It could be very, very cool. Or you could use a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the G and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now for the G, B minor changes in the A and the C, yeah, you could use just a down, down, up, kind of half of the pattern on each one. Kind of G, down, up, B minor, down, up, A, down, up, C, down, up. Or if you're a little bit more adventurous, you could split the pattern and do the G with a down, down, up, and then go to the B minor for a up, down, up. Or sometimes I get really excited and do the G with a down, down, and then hit the B minor with the up, up, down, up. Which would be very cool. Now the weird part is when we hit the C, D, G, you may want to do the C with a down, D with a down, and then hit the G for the up, up, down, up. That's the weirdest spot, is kind of that C, D with the down, G on the up, down, up, C, down, D, down, G, up, down, up. So we tried it that way, and if that seems really crazy, you could go C, D, G with a down, down, up. But I was really digging on that syncopation thing where you kind of hit it a little early. So you have the G, B minor, A, C, G, B minor, A, C, G, B minor, A, C, B minor, B minor, C, D, G, that kind of idea. Or you could add basses to that, which could be very hip too. And on the G, you'd have the low E for the bass. On the B minor, you have the A for the bass. On the A, you'd have the A string for the bass for the regular A. If you're using the A/C sharp, you'd still have the A string for the bass. On the C, you'd have the A for the bass. On the E minor, you'd have the low E for the bass. On the B minor, you'd have the A for the bass. C, you'd have the A for the bass. D, you'd have the D for the bass. G, you'd have low E for the bass. So we could add basses to what we were just working, actually. Kind of that G, B minor, A, Or for myself, I was really digging on something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is right now we're kind of dividing our beat into two parts with our down, down, up, up, down, up. So kind of 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. And what I mean by that is if you take the G and do a down for 4, kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you'd be doing an up on 2, down on 3. So kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, go down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So all together, you got down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down. There's a couple ways you could apply that for that G, B minor halving. You could do just the down, 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 up on each chord. G, down, down, up, B minor, down, down, up, A, down, down, up, C, down, down. Or if you're a little bit more adventurous, you could split the pattern and do the G with a down, 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 up. And then go to the B minor for the up, down, down, up, down, up. And then A with the down, 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 up. And C with the up, down, down, up, down, up. Very, very cool. The weirdest part is when we get to that C, D, G change, and you may want to kind of even it out a little bit for this. We'll talk about another way to do it in a moment. But on the C, you may want to do a down, down, up, D with a down, down, up, and then the G with a down, 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 up. So that'd be a little weird to split those 3 chords, kind of C, D, G. So we tried it that way. You'd have the G, B minor, to that, and you could work it off a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or a bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or a bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. So on that last change on the C, D, G, you could even kind of sneak some basses in there too. Kind of C with the bass, down, up, D with the bass, down, up, G with the bass, down, down, up. So C, bass, down, up, D, down, up, G. Tried it that way with basses. You have G, B minor, A, C, G, B minor, A, C, G, B minor, A, C, B minor, C, D, G. Kind of missed that last one. C down a D down a G down down down. So I keep on wanting to do this with a different 16th note pattern, especially on that one spot. And another 16th that can be kind of cool is a down up down up down up down up 16th note pattern. And what I mean by that is on the first beat you do a down on 1 up on 4. So kind of 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Then on the second beat you do a up on 2 down on 3. It's kind of 1 2 3 4 1 up down 1 up down 1 up down. And then on the third beat you do a up on 2 up on 4. So we go 1 2 3 4 1 up 1 up 1 up. And then on the last beat we still do the down up right along with the 1 2 3 4. Down up down up down up down up down up down. So all together you got down up down up down up down. Cool for that is do the G with the down up up, minor for the down, up, up, down, up, down, up. A for the down, up, up. C with the down, up, up, down, up, down, up. So kind of splitting it that way. And the weird part is when we get to the C, D, G change, but this is what I want to do so bad, is the C with the down, D with the up, up, and then go to the G for the down, up, up, down, down. So that's the weirdest part, is that C, D, up, up, G, up, up, down, down. This feels so much like the tune. So C, D, up, up, G, up, up, down, down. C with the down, D with the up, up, G with the down, up, up, down, down. Which is very cool. And you can add basses to those too and working them off of bass, up, up, bass, up, up, down, kind of thing on it. So we tried it through that way. You have the G, up, up, D minor, A, C, G, up, up, D minor, up, down, down, A, up, up, C, G, up, up, D minor, A, C, D minor, C, D, up, up, G. We can add basses to that. Or if you know there are licks around these chords, or other ways to play these chords, feel free to kind of take this lesson and run with it any way you want to. Lots of ways to kind of take everything we've been talking about, kind of mix it up, kind of find a way that works for you really well. That's the basics of how you can strum through Trouble by Iggy Azalea. So, good luck!